Hey, good afternoon. I thought I would just quickly come online because there's just there's some things you can't capture in a short or a story or a post. But I want to give a little update on Adira's training plan. I have decided to work with a clinical animal behaviorist because she does have trauma, and me being a horse owner, there's my knowledge. I have a lot of knowledge and I study with a lot of people, but my knowledge is limited, and this goes beyond basic training. Like, there's some things that Groundwork just won't solve. So we're trying to work with this in a way to help her deal with the things that make her worried and to help her be brave all around. I would say that she's definitely a green horse. She has had no basic training. What you doing, Wolf? It's Wolf over there. She's had no basic training, and so she can understands, well, I mean, basics. So I'd say she's green broke or halter broke, but she really doesn't understand a lot. She doesn't know how to move off pressure. She doesn't know what we're asking her. She doesn't know how to tie. So I wouldn't consider those behavior problems much as a lack of training, but because she's 12 years old, and when she left her home and then goes off somewhere else, and this horse doesn't know how to do anything, people are not expecting that. So she's had trauma. So I do need to work on the basics with her, which I will. But before we get to that, we have to help her feel safe, help her with her anxiety. So I thought it would probably be a really good thing for me to get help from somebody way smarter than me that actually has a degree in this. So we started, I think yesterday or the day before, with our session. And Wolf, oh, he's just, that's just Wolf, trying to get his food out of his box. So what we're doing today, so we had to make a few changes. So I've had to make a few changes to my training plan, and I thought I'd share it because it's really, really fascinating stuff. So Adira has a lot of fear of being moved. Because she had 5 moves in 6 months, and if you count the fact that she had also been admitted to a large animal hospital to have x-rays and stuff, and was there for 3 days. Yes, I do ride Western when I ride. That's a whole other topic. I should do a video. I should do a Q&A live one day. So because she had to go in for x-rays and stuff, so she was gone from her home for, I would say, 3 days, and then move back. So considering she didn't have a base or stability at that point, that would be a move. So that's like 7. So that's why she's really kind of nervous to leave her paddock. I'm sitting in her paddock right now. So you've probably seen my training video on when we were walking her in the back, and the times we're trying to get her to be okay in the arena. And so I talked to the behaviorist, and so I've made a couple mistakes, and so my horse people, how hard it is to get on a video and say I made a mistake as a horsewoman. But I'm going to talk about it because I think it's important to acknowledge when our knowledge is limited. So what we're trying to do, she is scared to leave this, so taking her out the back was probably too much right now, because she's still afraid to be even close to it. And some of the things that I've been doing have been, when I clean, because this is not a very wide paddock, just for my safety, I put her out and close the gate and try to be really, really fast so I can have it done before she's done. There she is. I'm going to show you her in a second. So actually, why don't I sit this way so you can actually see her? Let's go this way so you can see her. So yeah, so what, it's pouring rain. So what we decided was we want to give her a stress holiday. Complete stress holiday. And this paddock here of hers is where she feels safest that I'm standing in. So we're not going to, I'm going to turn the camera around, you can see her butt. We're not going to close that gate for the next little while. We're just going to help her start to be comfortable going out. And one of the mistakes I was doing was I was putting these enrichment tubs around the arena. And so what the behaviorist said is sometimes horses will do something not because they want to do it, but because there's food there. So they're actually hiding and suppressing stress. So what we want to do is just keep her as close to her home base as possible. And you can see she's not fully out the gate, so she doesn't want to go much further than that. And I had been doing some of her protected contact training over there, so we're going to switch that. And I'm going to do it here, and that's where I'm teaching her how to take a default neutral. And hey, I speak fast, so this is just how I naturally speak. So I'm sorry if you don't like it. So we are going to put a bucket here for her, and we're going to start training her like in her paddock. And what we're going to do is, when we do that, we're going to put the boys in their stalls so that she doesn't feel any stress or threat or resource guarding about her food. So that is one of the things that we are going to be doing to change right away to give her the ability to feel safe. So right now she's fine. Her body language is calm. And so what I did today when I had to change that hay box is I left that there quite very close to her paddock. And I also need to be safe when I'm lifting a 100-pound bale, and I got knives and X-Acto knives. So what I did is, because I don't have any panels or anything, I just left a wheelbarrow here with alfalfa and hay in it, which she hasn't found yet. So I was able to get that done. So I'm working with her to just really try with that. So it's a bit of a change to how I was training her. And it might seem like they're just little steps or I wasn't asking too much, but I actually was. So anytime she's out for now, we are just going to keep that gate open. And anything I do with training with her, we are going to, like I said, when I do the protected contact training, and I can do a Q&A on what protected contact is and why we're doing that another day. But we're going to do it here. So she is in her home base. And then we're going to gradually work to having her feel brave to be out here. And so right now we're not closing the gate when she's out here. I don't know when that's going to be. And then when she's comfortable out here, we will start at the back. So that's just a bit of a training difference with her. And I think it's really cool to get help from people that understand things that go deeper than the behavior, because groundwork doesn't solve everything, especially when there's trauma and especially when there's fear about being moved. So as you can see right now, she's pretty soft. She's pretty happy. She's very close and she knows her gate's open. And she's just there. She's very chomping away at the hay I gave her. And so I'm just going to leave her and she's going to go back into her stall on her own time. And I will come close the gate later. But she's not been locked out of her stall. So I'll keep you posted on her progress. And if you would like me to do a Q&A, let me know. I'll post a post in the community tab where you can post your questions, just in case you can't make it live. And then I will do a live with a bunch of Q&A about her. And if you can make it live, I will try to get to all the comments. Like I said, I will try to speak slower, but I am a fast talker. So that's just who I am. So this is her. All right. Talk to you later. I don't know how to get out of this. Okay.